Dominic McCasker, Sure, Glasnevin Cllr, Cui Rowan, August a Coin Free, Tucky. 95 years ago on this weekend, many Irishmen and women struck a blow against the British Empire, afforded the goal of an independent Irish Republic. It's with great pride and honour that I stand with you all today and speak at the anniversary of this momentous event in Irish history. We stand together here to honour the memories of these great men and women of 1916 and also to remember the many who have since given their lives in the struggle for complete Irish unity and freedom. None more so than local heroes Dick McKee and our very own Martin Doherty, who gave his life to save so many. Yesterday, Goreva Anam. 1916 saw the coming together of nationalists, Republican, language activists, trade unions and the women's movement in the cause of Irish freedom. They paid the ultimate price in trying to secure Irish freedom, whilst ironically at the same time Irishmen were dying under a British flag in the Great War so the small nations might be free. It's at this time of year that many people lay claim to the history behind 1916. My question to the other political parties who claim any link to the proclamation of 1916 would be to ask if they ever took note of the third paragraph of the proclamation, which I'll read for you now. We declare the right of the people of Ireland to the ownership of Ireland and to the unfettered control of Irish destiny, to be sovereign and indefeasible. The long usurpation of that right by a foreign people and government has not extinguished the right, nor can it ever be extinguished except by the destruction of the Irish people. In every generation, the Irish people have asserted their right to national freedom and sovereignty. 6 times during the past 300 years they have asserted it in arms. Standing on that fundamental right and again asserting it in arms in the face of the world, we hereby proclaim the Irish Republic as a sovereign independent state, and we pledge our lives and the lives of our comrades in arms to the cause of its freedom, of its welfare and its exaltation among the nations. Now, after reading that, can these political parties even dream of having links to the proclamation? Fianna Fáil have made the bed for the EU IMF to come into the country, and now we have Fine Gael Labour government tucking them in, giving them a good night kiss. All the while, many Irish people are finding themselves jobless, some even homeless, while many thousands are leaving these shores to try secure work abroad. Is this what Thomas Clark died for? 15 years struggling in an English cell to come out, die, executed by the British, and then to see what's happened now today. We were promised an alternative before the last general election, but in reality we've exchanged Tweedledum for Tweedledee. Regardless of party rhetoric, it's blatantly obvious for all to see that Fianna Fáil equals Fine Gael equals Labour. They represent the same vested interests and will not stand up for the people of Ireland's best interests. Sinn Féin said we would stand up for the rights of ordinary people, and now we intend to deliver. We need to lead the way. We never expected Fine Gael to fight for ordinary workers, but Labour, who usually claim to be fighting for the workers of Ireland, have James Connolly turned in his grave. Only as recently as 2 weeks ago we saw Labour TDs voting against Sinn Féin's proposal to abolish the universal social charge. In Sinn Féin we need to build the same alliances that were present in 1916 in the cause of a united Ireland. There has never been a greater need for Republican politics, as the big questions of sovereignty, of people's rights, of citizenship are more relevant today than they have been for many years. At this time we've Sinn Féin MLAs fighting for transfer of economic power from Westminster, while we've an Irish government reduced to acting as mere agents of the IMF in Ireland. Pádraig Pearse's poem Misha Éire contains the line, Mar Manor, Clan Féin, a Yíla Waher. Great my shame, my own children who sold their mother. I think that sums up the whole EU IMF debacle at this stage. Carja, this year also marks the 30th anniversary of the 1981 hunger strikes, when many Republican prisoners chose to go on hunger strike rather than be criminalised by an oppressive British regime. During this time, the Dublin bloc of Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael and Labour sat idly by and thus encouraged the British to continue with their death policy in the H blocks. The sheer hypocrisy of their position was that at no time did any of these 3 parties even tacitly support the prisoners' demands, even though the 5 demands were implemented in prisons in Southern Ireland. I can only imagine what the men and women of 1916 would have thought of their actions, and for some to claim to be Republican is somewhat repugnant. The lead hunger striker Bobby Sands once said, "Everyone, Republican or otherwise, has their own particular part to play. No part is too great or too small. No one is too old or too young to do something." And bearing that in mind, it's up to us to ensure our voice gets bigger and bigger in the lead up to the 32nd Dáil. We need to encourage all family members and friends to get involved and play their part, no matter how big or small it may be. We're building on a movement that has come a long way in recent years, and we need to ensure that this momentum keeps driving forward and ultimately leads to the goal of 1916, which was to seek a complete united Irish Republic. A card Tommy there, Bóthar na Saoirse, on Bóthar go dtí in public, Bílín an Turas sin. Many Republicans such as Pádraig Pearse over the years were persistent workers in the cause of reviving the Irish language. Let us honour the memory of these patriots by doing what little we can to preserve our native language, which is an integral part of our heritage. Má tá beag an Gaeilge a gut leabhar mar is fear Gaeilge briste ná bearla cliste. That means if you even have a little Irish speaker, speaking broken Irish is better than perfect English. In addition to that, we should foster and play our national games, promote our Irish music and culture. Finally, I'll leave you with another quote from Bobby Sands. When a will sheed in an imne from Saoirse a scríise, ní bheoch sheed in imne tú féin a brisig. Ní brisig sheed mé mar tá an fuin Saoirse agus Saoirse muintear na haireann nima crí. Chucky lá aigen nuair a bheoch an fuin Saoirse seo le taispáint ag daoine go léir na haireann an sin chiefí muid oirí na galley. If they're unable to break the desire for freedom, they won't be able to break you. They will not break me because the desire for Irish freedom and the freedom of the Irish people is in my heart. The day will come when the desire for freedom will be evident in all the people of Ireland, and it's then we will see the rising of the moon. Beir bua agus Chucky ar lá, go mí míle maith go